Hi guys, Jay Smith here. Welcome to the AskGolfNut channel. Today is the second in the series of the video series that I'm doing when it comes to understanding your lessons so much better. And modern day lessons have changed a lot over the years, and now most, if not all, very good lessons, and obviously there are still some exceptions which are done without technology, but most of them now are done with pieces of technology which can verify the changes within a student's swing when the coach says this, that or anything else. Now there is a lot of information which is put to the client, the student, when it comes to their lessons, and that is in terms of path, face to path, we've got dynamic loft, lie and all these things. And so this is what this series is about. We're trying to give you a better understanding of these terms, so when you go into your lessons you can understand them better and obviously reference what they mean to you or not. I've already done, the first one in the series has already done the club path. If you want to have a look at that one, go up there, have a little look. So you understand that, we can then build on it when it comes to understanding this. Now, so I've got it on a hole, similar to what I did when it comes to the club path one, and I'm just gonna hit a shot. Doesn't matter where it goes, doesn't matter what happens, let's just go hit a shot. So, decent hit, slightly toey. So you can see there by the graphic, club path was 1.5 from the inside and face to path was 1.9 degrees closed. Now 1.9 degrees closed to path. Generally speaking, most people now will reference face to path. There are still some people which reference face to target. The problem with referencing face to target is then you still have to reference path to understand what the ball was doing curvature wise. If you just use face to path, you can understand what that golf ball was going to do curvature wise straight away from just that measurement. If you want to know what that measurement is there, you can see this is nice and easy. As a general rule, if you get your club path 1.5 from the inside, you then take off your face to path 1.9, that would give you minus 0.4. That ball started off, just so happens, 0.4 left of target, so within reason, perfect. Now there are certain parts which will mess around with that number, strike, dynamic lie and all different things like that, which I won't really go into now, we can do it later. But if you want to do face to target, you can get it from that if you wish. It's just a little bit convoluted, just a little bit difficult, and so I don't use it. But you can see there the ball drew as it should do when it comes to a face 1.9 degrees closed to path. When it gets closed, it wants to draw, and when it's open, it wants to fade. Depending on how closed or open that is, that'll either be a hook or that'll either be a slice. That's up to you. So that is a basic understanding of face to path. Let's go into the second intermediate level of understanding. That face angle is influenced by many different things, wrist angles and everything else. Now, when it comes to changing that face angle, there are different ways you can do it. And when it comes to grip, let's just call grip first of all. Most people who have a grip change will then potentially see a face change, and not only face change but something else as well. When we're talking about face change, people think, well, I have my face open to a path, say, and I fade the golf ball or I slice the golf ball. I need to get my face catching up. How do I do it? Well, one way is to change your grip. Yes, I'm not saying that you should, I'm just giving you an understanding of what happens. You can change your grip to change the influence of the face. And so if you were to change your grip to a strong grip or a weak grip, that will give you a twist around the axis of the shaft. If you have a grip which is massively strong, that will have the tendency to want to close the face. And if you have a grip which is really weak, that will have the tendency to want to open the face. But when you do that, it compromises what we call loft. So the face looks down on the ground. Tell you what I do, I'll use my little pointer. Was going to use this for the wedge only, but I'll use it for this one as well. So there's my little pointer, magnetic pointer on there. I'll move the golf ball out of the way. Right, so that's straight. If I open the face by twisting around the axis of the shaft, all I'm going to do, I'm not moving the face in another way, all I'm doing is twisting the golf club. I twist it, yes, my face is now looking right, but my loft is now increased. No different if I was to go the other way. You can see there by twisting around the axis of the shaft, going closed, I make the face look left, but then I also make a bit of a compromised loft angle, as in there's not much on it. I'll showcase it for you for a bit of fun. So first of all, what we'll do, I will do a swing where I have a massively strong grip, like hugely strong grip. As many knuckles as I can see, face is aimed straight, as you can see by the other camera, and let's go give this one a hit. Oh, there you go, got it. But there you go. As you can see, that's on the other fairway. Club 2.7 from the inside, so it's marginally changed my path slightly by doing my wrist angle change or my grip change. 13 degrees closed. And look, when it comes to the loft, 19.3 degrees. So I've got hardly any loft on there as well, going back to what we did there. Now let's go the other way. I'm not suggesting you do this, or at least this kind of extreme. This is just for illustration purposes only. Right, so I'm going to go now, thumbs straight down the grip. And I'm not someone who does a thumb straight down the grip. I'm slightly stronger than that as a norm. Yep, that might be on the road. It could well be on the road. It is on the road. It's off the road. And that's an interesting shot. Path was 1.1 degrees from the inside, so about normal, but my face was 15 open. Now, what was the loft on that number there? 40 degrees, there we go. So my normal loft that I did was around about 30 degrees. This is a 34 degree loft to 7-iron, so you are going to get a compromised loft when you use twist around the axis of the shaft to control face angle. So there's different ways also that you can control your face angle without having to use twist, which will also change face but won't compromise loft, and that is by simply dragging the handle. So when you drag the handle forward, it moves the face, look, to the right. No different if I was to go get the old pointer. I'll go get the pointer. And I'll put it back there. Oh, putt. No, it was just a golf club. I am now going to, as you can see by the pointer, I'm now just going to go and move the handle forward. If I move the handle forward, you can see there, it doesn't compromise loft whatsoever. That pointer is not going down or not going up. It is literally just moving left and right. It's just with the handle that's being moved. And so you can drag the handle, as in get the handle coming into the golf, that lag idea. Not a great fan of the term at all because it causes many problems. But that's the way that you can control face angle, and it does not compromise loft, and you don't get the huge dispersion differences between long left, short right. So there is another way when it comes to the advanced level, and we might even have to change where it, yes, let's change where we are because it won't really make much sense at the moment. It's much easier to do it with a wedge. So let's go change data sets and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, I'm back now. I have got a 56 degree wedge. Yeah, I've got 56 degree wedge. And I've got my pointer stick of joy, my magnetic pointer stick of joy. So I've now popped that on there. Now what we're going to be talking about is dynamic lie. Dynamic lie is something that you see the PGA Tour guys on TV use every single week. Hardly anyone even talks about it. They're talking about how they open their face and stuff like that, but they're not talking about dynamic lie. And what I mean by dynamic lie is this. So we all know how a golf club sits at address, whether it be whatever it be. It's dynamic lie is what happens at the point of touch. What your lie of your golf club is, or how it sits on the ground when you hit the golf ball. So dynamic lie is this. If I was to use twist around the shaft, like we did in the second stage, intermediate stage, you can see when I twist it open, twist it closed, it opens and closes, you can see, yeah. But it also compromises loft. We can move the handle, which it doesn't, but it moves there, yeah. Now, we can also do using dynamic lie. If I just move the handle up and down, now I'm not putting twist in, all I'm moving the handle up and down, that is it. But you can see how much that pointer is moving. A lot. So dynamic lie is something which is very, very important. It's not just for the irons, wedges especially, and you see it mostly when it comes to bunker shots. So if you were to do a normal bunker shot where you come down to it, you leave your face open, but you would not to move your change of dynamic lie, what you would effectively see is shots similar to this. Face open, the ball would start, it's going to go in the water, doesn't matter. The ball would start massively to the right and cut off to the right. So what they do is something that you don't really notice them do it from a point of view of it's not the guys on Sky or whoever aren't commentating bit by bit is a bit of what they're doing, but what you'll see them doing, they are opening their face, but they're also lowering the handle. And remember what we were saying when it comes to the pointy stick of joy. As soon as you lower your handle, you lower the lie. You've opened the face, which makes it look right, but you've also lowered the lie, which makes that loft now look straight back-ish to target. So face is still massively open, but now I'm lowering my handle. Still going to go in the water. Yep, you can see by the graphic on the screen that it's not starting massively right and going even further right. It's now just a fraction right. Now what I actually need to do is do one of two things. If I was going to go do this properly, is I would be either, which I would do, I'd just lower my handle a bit more to get the loft pointed a bit more left. And so you'd get that shot with less curvature as well, because then the face isn't effectively open because we've moved the loft more left by dropping the lie. The reason why you see so much curvature on the first one is the face is just open. And then you've got a big difference between where that face is looking, where the loft is pointing, and then you have that against when you have the difference between where the face is pointing and then the loft is pointing, you get no curvature. So all I really need to do on that last one was just lower my handle some more. But that's dynamic lie. And that's the same amount of face open, that's just with the handle moved. If I was to do the same amount of face open but raise my handle, now that's tricky, especially on a mat like this, that would go even further right. So dynamic lie, when it comes to a bunker situation, is paramount. Also paramount when it comes to these things. Irons. When you're getting custom fit, dynamic lie should be a very, very, very important conversation you're having with your fitter. Now, there are different ways you can fit for dynamic lie. I'm not going to get into that in this video at least. That's a separate video, but dynamic lie can make a huge difference to many things. Where the loft is pointing is one, so you'll do your best you possibly can do to deliver a decent club delivery, but if your loft is not pointing the direction that you want it to because of dynamic lie, you're behind the 8 ball already. When it comes to different ability levels, there's a different school of thought. When it comes to lie being used as more of a trajectory tuner, that's a different thing, but that's mainly for people who don't ever hit the big ball before the small ball. Again, different video. So if you liked it, by all means get down there, hit the old like button. YouTube likes it, definitely do. Get down in the comments section as well. Did you understand all the different parts of the video? Would you like something added? Would you like something changed or something like that? What would you like seeing next? While you're down there, there's a little red button to subscribe. It's a free subscribe button. There's no fee, no nothing else. It's free content. Click down there, helps the channel at no end. Next to it is also a bell icon. If you click that bell, that will let you know, that will notify you next time I upload another video. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get these flowing in a way that you watch one, you can watch another, watch like that. So there you go. So hope you liked it, and we'll see you again soon.